of the 24/7 project. Hi, are you ready for day 3 of the 24/7 project? It's time to get it going right now. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Thursday to you. Great to see you here. I can't wait to continue this project of letting you know about the things you need to do in 2024 in order to make this the year that you hit 7 figures. Hey, as you come into the room, I want to say hi to you and let you know a little bit about who I am. And then I'm going to jump right into the content because I got on a little late this morning. So I'm going to cut it a little bit short. Okay. All right. So, with that said, welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Dr. Avis, media monetization mentor, business elevation strategist, multi 7 figure CEO. And I'm also the creator of the Year of Abundance Brunch. We are having an amazing brunch experience happening in a little bit over a week. And guess what, guys? We are almost sold out. So time is getting short. Okay. If you know you need to be in the room to get more information on how you can make 2024 your 7 figure year and to actually be led through a process that allows you to plan out your activities all year long to make that happen, then you need to grab your seat now. And you can get your seat right now at yearofabundancebrunch.com. That's yearofabundancebrunch.com. So with that said, and I'm just taking a second to put this in the chat on Instagram. If you are seeing me anywhere else on LinkedIn, um, on Facebook, on YouTube, all the places, then you can definitely see it scroll across the screen. Okay. So with that said, let's get into the nitty gritty of what I'm going to be talking about today. So far we have gone through 2 tips that I've given you around what you need to do to make 2024 your 7 figure year. On day 1, we talked about the importance of setting your vision. And I talked about the 2 types of that you need to have and put into practice in your vision, in your business, in order for you to maximize your chance at success. This is the foundational work you need to go. I personally believe, I can't even talk today. This is the foundational work that you need to do because I personally believe that you miss every target that you do not set, right? You miss every target that you do not set. All right. And that's why you need to set the vision and be very active and passive with that vision, as I explained on day 1. Okay. And then on day 2, we talked about the importance of being very selective about your circle. Everyone does not earn, hear me when I say this, everyone does not earn the privilege of being in your space. Boom. Okay. Happy New Year to you, Lavanya. How you doing? Good morning, Francesca. Please hear me when I say that. Oh, you're going to be on a business trip? Oh, no, that's okay. This is the first event of the year, but it is not the last. And plus, I do lots of online events. So if you miss this one, we're going to miss you, girl. Okay. But definitely be there for some future events. Absolutely. All right. So everyone does not enjoy the privilege of your time. And that's why you need to be selective with your circle. We really went into depth about that yesterday. Today, day 3, we're talking about the third principle, okay, that you need to pay very close attention to. This is really seriously essential if you're going to grow your business to 7 figures or any sort of revenue goal that you might have for 2024 that you've never hit before. This is really the key, right? It doesn't necessarily need to be 7 figures. Maybe for you, it's your first 6. Maybe it's multi 6. Maybe it's multi 7. Whatever target that you have that you haven't hit before, clearly we all know that if you want differently, you have to do differently. And this key that I'm going to share with you right now is critically important. And that is you have to release to receive. It is a almost like a natural law, I would say. Okay. It's a natural law. You have to release to receive. Think about this in a very symbolic form. Like if you're looking to catch a ball that someone's throwing to you, can you catch the ball with closed fists? I mean, you might be able to, but it's a whole hell of a lot harder, is it not? All right. It's much easier to catch something that someone is trying to throw to you or to hold on to something that someone is trying to give you if you open your hands to receive it. Okay. And that goes to this. That's the visual I want you to have in your head as I'm talking about this sort of natural law that I'm leaning into here, and that you have to release to receive. Now, what do I mean about releasing? Here, I'm really talking about your actions. What are you doing? What's taking up your time? How are you spending your day? Think about that. Honestly, the most precious gift that we get every day and the most valuable resource that you have every day is your time. You can always make more money, you can never make more time. But it's how you use your time that determines how much money you make. Does this make sense, guys? Okay. How you use your time. Hey, what's up, Tim? It's great to see you, girl. Happy New Year to you too. Okay. Bad ass right there. Okay. Let me just say, Tess is the woman. Okay. So I'm gonna say when you think about doing something in the new year that you have not done before in your business with regards to your revenue goal, I want you to take a very hard look at your calendar. What do you need to release? What do you need to let go of? What do you need to have someone else do for you? What do you need to delegate? What do you need to hire around? What do you need to just have someone, even in your family, pull up? Do some support, right? What about even home support that you might need in order to create more time and space for you to do more in your business? Like, what do you need to release in order to receive? Here's the thing that I think a lot of us mistakenly believe, and I know that I was caught in this trap for years. What's up, Belinda? Happy Thursday. I was caught in this trap for years that thinking that in order to have more, you must do more, right? Thinking that in order to have more, you must do more. I have to tell you that is not the case. In fact, I would argue the opposite is true. If in order to have more, you have to do less. You have to do more of the right things, but less of a lot of the things that you're probably spending time on right now. Okay. So I really want you to do a time audit. Like, how are you spending your time? It's very simple to do this. Just take one day where you're going about your normal activity. If you do not already, quote unquote, time block your calendar where you specifically put on your calendar what you're doing every hour and you're actually sticking to it, that's the key. Okay. If that's not the case, I just want you to take a day where you just go about your day as you normally would. And I want you to document what you are doing every hour from the moment you wake up to the moment you go to bed. Everything. And I'm not just talking about everything that has to do with your business. I'm not talking about when you're clocking in. I'm talking about what you're doing outside of those hours. Because here's what I want you to know. There are probably a lot of things that you're doing outside of your hours that you don't need to do, that's taken energy away from you that you could be applying to being more focused in your business, or you could be using that time just to relax and rejuvenate and enjoy your seven-figure life. I failed to mention at the top that really what the goal of the 24/7 project is, it's not just to produce seven figures in your business, it's also to create a seven-figure life, okay? That type of life that is reflective of ease, of fulfillment, of peace, of joy, that kind of life. So that how can you have that life while you're also achieving uber levels of business success? It's really about having it both, having it all, right, at the same time. And so I want you to really take an audit, a really detached audit of how you're spending your time. And then I want you to go back through that, on day two and say, okay, what do I not need to do? Okay. Literally confirming my prayer request to God this morning. Awesome, Anika. I hear you, girl. I want you to understand that there are some things that you are probably doing that you should not be doing. Why are you doing it? Are you doing it because you feel like you have to, that you don't have anybody in your circle that you can depend on in order to do it? Then that lets me know that you need to figure out how can you get some team, and whether or not that's team that you hire or whether or not that's team in the form of, how can people pitch in your house to help you more? You don't have to do everything. One of the challenges that a lot of us women, and particularly Black women, face is that we feel like we have to be there for everybody. We have to do everything for everyone. And when we do that, we are left feeling completely exhausted, completely overwhelmed. And while we pouring out, pouring out, pouring out, pouring out, we're not getting poured back into. I did a survey recently of Black women entrepreneurs, and what I found was that 95% of them said that they were the strong ones in their circle. And to me, when I hear you saying that you're the strong ones, that means that you're the one that everybody comes to with their problems. And it also means that more than likely, you're the one that everybody expects to help solve their problems. Give me an amen if that is you. Okay. It's not just that they're coming to you to get a load off their mind. Okay. For you to be a sounding board. Typically, they're telling you ish because they expect you to do something about ish. Yes. Okay. So when that happens, that's taking your time, that's taking your energy, that's really that is really draining you to some degree. And that is not something, then once that energy is released in a certain direction, that particular energy is gone. Just like time is gone, energy evaporates. Energy can never be recaptured. I mean, every day you wake up with a new full cup of energy, but over the course of the day, it diminishes, just like my cup of coffee. Okay. I might start it in the morning with a full, hot, delicious cup of coffee, right? But by the afternoon, it's like almost all gone, if not all gone. And if there's anything left, it's cold, it's not as tasty, it doesn't have that same kick in it anymore. Right? So think about your energy is like that every day. You wake up with a full, hot, steaming cup of energy. How are you going to release it? How are you going to deplete it every day? Where are you going to allot it every day? And if you spend an inordinate amount of time releasing it, allotting it, sharing it, pouring it out with everyone else, and you're on the back burner, you're not even on your to do list, like, when do you get poured into? Most of those women who said that they are the, strong one in their circles, over 60% of them said that there's no one that's there that's strong for them. We are not taking that into 2024. Amen. Okay. We are not taking that into 2024. Okay. That has to do a little bit with that circle talk that I had yesterday. So go back and watch that video if you haven't seen that. But you have to make sure that you have people in your circle that can pour into you, that you're not the only one that's pouring out, pouring out, pouring out, pouring out. But you also have to be very deliberate about who deserves the pour. Hello. Who deserves the pour? Or what activity deserves the pour? Okay. There are some things I guarantee you that you are doing right now that you could really have someone else do in your life, whether or not it's your kids, whether or not it's someone coming into your house that you hire on a dated, on a periodic basis, whether or not it's utilizing a service, okay, to do those things. You deserve that because that takes time, it takes energy out of your purview that you would have had to expend on that. And instead, you are now able to contain that energy and have it, not just for your business, but for your life. I don't know about you, but I would rather be spending time with my boys, going places with them, doing things with them than spending hours on end folding laundry. I don't know about you, but I would rather do that than scrubbing toilets, right? So sometimes having help like that, just around non-business things, is something that is a proper investment because it allows you now to pour into that second set of seven figures that I mentioned, that seven-figure life. That is just as valuable as making investments in that lane as it is in making investments in a virtual assistant that's going to help you keep your calendar. Hello. Because both of these things allow you to be able to maintain your energy and apply it towards more important things, whether or not that's your personal life or whether or not that's your business. So, my tip for you today is to realize that you have to release something in order to receive more. You're going to have to release some things off of your calendar that you have been doing perhaps for years in order to make space for the new seven-figure lifestyle and seven-figure business that you are creating in 2024. Like, really think about that. And so my homework for you today, if I was going to give some homework for you, and it would be for this, you would do that audit, do the time audit. And then the next day, take a very harsh and very real and very realistic look at the results and say, I'm going to mark through this. I'm going to mark through that. I'm going to mark through that other thing. And I'm going to get some help. I'm going to get some help so I can use some of that time to pour into me or pour into my business. That is how you're going to have to make the space, because the reality is that your client, you are going to need to do some new things in 2024 in order to get where you haven't been. And that means that there are some things that you're doing right now that you no longer need to do. Now, obviously, there's more detail about what the new things are. And definitely, I'll be having something coming up later in the month where I'll be helping you with that. That's more specific about some adjustments that you need to specifically make in your business in order to be able to get to that seven figures. But for now, I want you to just really sort of assess your lifestyle, because you have to make space in order to do it. Okay. You have to make space in order to do it. And if you want more details about all the things, including this, that you need to do in order to make 2024 your 7-figure year, your year to make 7 figures in your business and 7 figures in your life, then you will want to join me at the Year of Abundance Brunch. It is going to be thebomb.com. It is at an amazing 5-star location in downtown Washington, D.C., the Regis Hotel in Washington, D.C. I'm so excited about it. It's just an absolutely opulent and beautiful space. You're going to enjoy a 5-star, amazing brunch. And you're going to have the opportunity to network with some of the top tier Black women professionals and entrepreneurs in Washington, D.C. If you want to have an opportunity to upgrade your circle, like we talked about yesterday, you need to be in the room. Okay. And then lastly, you're going to have a time with me where we're going to be doing workshopping specifically on how to map out 2024 with the activities that you need to do and when you need to do them in order to hit 7 figures with your business, and also in order to be able to have that 7-figure life. I was just on a call with a client of mine yesterday, and she was talking about her business goals, but she was also saying, hey, I need to lose maybe about 10 pounds. Okay. We're going to be talking about things like that. Like, how can you have an optimal physical, emotional, just joyful experience in life while building that business? It can be both. This is not an either or project. This is a both and project. So you can grab your tickets right now by going to yearofabundance.com. That's yearofabundancebrunch.com. That's yearofabundancebrunch.com. I really hope to see you there. If you are in and around the Washington, D.C. area, or if you're going to be like a couple of people that I'm seeing flying in for the occasion, let me just say it is worth it. Okay. So with that said, I hope you all have a wonderful day. I am going to run because I have a very, very packed day today, but it's been wonderful chatting with you. And I look forward to seeing you tomorrow for part 4 of the 24/7 project. With that said, I hope you have you are most welcome, Demarkai. I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful morning and day. And of course, continue along the path of this incredible first week of this brand new 24 karat year. With that said, hope you have a wonderful day. I will talk with you all later. Bye, guys. Take care.